interesting to talk about how I am doing my current editing process. So currently we have a giant folder. I'm doing it all in the same thing in Resolve that has all our clips. So you can see I've separated each of the set of clips for each video out. DaVinci is nice because I can drag all the files that are in my recording section into here, and what it will do is it will just, all the ones that I've already loaded up, it'll just re-register them like the same way that you would when you copy, if you have files 1 through 10 and you copy into another folder, it doesn't replace them, it just says, oh, those are the same files. So it does that, and then if there's 11 through 15, it'll show up and it'll highlight them at the bottom, so you scroll down, select them, and you can drag them on. So it's really easy to keep adding more footage. The other thing I do is I have an editing database. So I go in here and I basically have animations, audio, images, songs, and video. DaVinci Resolve is always going to look for where the files are. I know there's probably some better ways to do this, but my idea is just to make the database, and then every single song, image, whatever, I always keep them in the same place. I don't change the names, I don't refile them, I just keep them where they are, and then I drag them directly into the file. The reason why this helps is because otherwise every single video I would have to go into my songs, and then I have to copy the song into whatever folder I was working on, and then I have to copy that into here, and it would be if it was really disorganized. But this, if I want a song, I go here, I pick the song I want, drag it into the video, and it's always going to reference back here, and I'm never going to move this. So for a big set of projects like this, I've actually changed my OBS location for recording to this folder, which is Trailblazer 3. Normally goes into a general folder, but because we're doing all of this recording, we're going to put it all right here just for simplicity's sake. But as you can see, I have quite a lot of footage here from all the stuff that's been going on. At this point, I just take everything in here, and then I would drop it in here, and actually have a lot of new footage that I'm going to have to sort through. So if I added this, it would show up on this right side, and I'd have to drag it on. And actually, I'm just going to go ahead and do that and show you how that works. So here we go. Basically, we go in here, have everything selected, and I'm going to deselect these top 3. I don't know if let's see, I don't think we actually have to, because those images are already in here. So it's going to copy them over, and it's going to kind of load for a second here. It's going to give us that spinning wheel, and I'll check in with you guys once the wheel is done when it's done. Here, as we're actually waiting for this to load, we're still actually playing our Trailblazers, and that's why I went ahead and got this relic unlocked. This video is going to be an interlude video, so this is maybe a bit of a spoiler, because I think this video is going to go out before we unlock this. So if you are upset that I have unlocked the tier 5 and we're not expecting this outcome, then I apologize. Okay, so you can see here we are back in the editor, everything has loaded. So if we go all the way down, you can see that all the new footage has actually been added, and that's actually including the footage that we're taking right now, as you can see. So that's going to be dragged down. So we're going to take this and we're going to drag this down here a little further down. There we go. And now we have all the footage that we've taken the last couple of days. And obviously there's some weird stretches in here. There's issues that I've had where I accidentally just leave it recording for a long time, and we miss out on all the footage. But other than these big gaps, as you can see, I've got a pretty tight amount of footage, and that's been something we've been working on. So at this point in the video process, what I would do is I would do a first run through, and I basically all these big clips you see where there's nothing happening, these would all get trimmed down and deleted. Any mistakes, any errors that I really didn't like, things like that, those would all go, and I'd start planning. Then at this point, I would say I typically do about 3 to 4 run-throughs. I do that first initial run-through, then I do a second one where I start to actually piece it together the way that I like it, and then essentially, typically the third run-through is the final time I'll watch it, and in the case there's any weird issues, I'll watch it a 4th time. Typically I don't get to the 4th time. Typically it's 1, put all the clips together, delete all the bad shit. 2, put everything together, make sure everything is crisp and clean. That's the almost the final point. And then 3, that's the final watch through. I'm just gonna watch it directly, try not to edit. If I have to edit, I'll do minor stuff. And 3 also happens to be when I put the music in. I normally don't put music in till the very end unless like there's a specific segment that I'm like, okay, this needs a transition or an intro or something like that. So yeah, that's basically it. It's basically 3 times, like big edits, small edits, final. It's not really even a third edit. It's more like a final watch through, and then fourth if I'm like, okay, this is fucking garbage, you know, and I need to like change a whole bunch of stuff. Final thing is accreditation. So the important thing for any of these videos that I'm trying to do is make sure that we're not getting any weird copyright claims. Like obviously my channel is small, so it doesn't matter as much. I just would like to show that I'm actually able to comply with guidelines. So we go into our editing database, we go to our songs. Sometimes I'll use some of my own things, like you've heard a couple of these. The Espanol intro, I've used that a couple different times. Epic Part 1 and 2, I've used that in a couple of videos. I even have a song here that needs to be converted so that I can use that. That's mine, and I've got lots of little things. But all the rest of these are things that are like copyright free that I can credit. And I mean, occasionally there's like an ergot login theme from Riot Games, things like that. So anyway, I'll go into here. This is my music credit. So it started as a notepad, and I don't know, I think I deleted the original notepad, but as you can imagine, it got a little bit crazy. It is really still popping up here. And now it's like a full, you know, Word document. So basically have whatever accreditation that it lists. Sometimes I'll do things like this where it's like, it's the original is like Cave background, Jagex RuneScape made by Ian Taylor. It's unlocked, or it's called the Dwarven Mines, right? It's unlocking the Dwarven Mines. And then I'll say hosted, right? That way I can say, hey, the person who uploaded this on YouTube that I downloaded this from, I know this is not your song, I know this is from Jagex, but thank you for providing me an easy to use link. You really helped me out. Everything else is just like, you know, exactly the way they want it. Like, I just got this one. I put this in a couple of videos. So it's Epic Cinematic Dramatic Adventure, Creative Commons, Roman Senki Music, that's who they want me to credit, and then I put a link to his channel. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this brief little look at how I do some of my editing. This is just going to be a little bit of an interlude process as we process the rest of these, and I hope that you are excited as I am to see how I get to this point, and then we can keep going from there. So sorry again if this is ruining the dramatic spoiler that I wanted to find another AFK thing other than MLM after that last video. Thank you for watching, and see you on the other side. Oh, before I forget, PS, yes, technically making thumbnails is part of the process, but maybe I can cover that and the styles that I try to go for in a different video. Thanks for your time, everyone. Oh, and that's a fragment level up. What a nice way to end a video like this.